got our podcast thinking you should watch it. If you driving, man, it's good for you to listen. No, we keep it real. No, we spit it raw. Sports dialogue. No, it's good if I'm involved. No, we're not the news. We just cool dude with nobody to impress. Just talking our shit. Call it Pressman Coverage. Pressman Coverage.
Welcome into Pressman Coverage, a podcast dedicated to you, the fan. This week we're breaking down the Week 11 matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans, hosted in Nashville. It's time to get loud. All 37 of us who are going to be in the building. Cody, talk to the people, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling real good. Me and the wife today, we went and had ourselves a spa day, son.
Ooh.
We went and got right, get it tight. Speaking of tight, the masseuse was like, "Why are your shoulders so tight?" And I said, "I'm a Titans fan." You're so tense.
And a Gators fan.
Yeah. So a lot of my teams bring me knots into my shoulders. So yeah, playing the Texans, Week 11. It's let's just get this over with.
Man, talk to me about the betting side of the house for our bettors, man. What do the lines look like this week?
So it looks like the Titans right now are actually only 7-point dogs, which I think is kind of surprising to me. I'm wondering if that has anything to do with CJ Stroud's availability or not. I know he missed last week with a concussion, 39.5 point over under. So I would probably take the under on that as well. And I honestly, if we're just going to go through it real quick, I was kind of looking through some of these little game lines for the Titans and their receivers. Chimere DK, 17.5 receiving yards. Smashed the over on that one.
Wow, 17.5.
17.5. Same thing for Iowa Manor, too, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Who's going to catch the ball? DraftKings?
Well, I'm wondering who. I would love to know the line of, because they don't have it up yet for Cam Moore's passing yards. Because, I mean, if I'm looking at this, Shiggs is 14.5.
64.5.
Are we throwing like, brother? I mean, is he going to be like 150 yards? So who would Derek Stingley cover? He get Iowa Manor, right? Off the top of your head, like that's. What
I think he would get Iowa Manor, and then Kamari Lassiter would get DK.
Yeah, I mean these lines are wild to me. Need to set a little parlay. Good Lord.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. And, and speaking of Derek Stingley, you've got Derek Stingley, had a big interception last week. I actually was watching. What's crazy is I forgot yesterday as I'm watching that YouTube TV doesn't have, all of the same channels. So I click on the normal channel I do, and it's the Colts and Texans game. I'm like, oh, snap, Derek Stingley got a pick. And I'm like, I am watching a game from Sunday on Monday. Like an idiot. So I watched his interception live on accident. So looking at their team overall, it's got the roster over here. We've got Kamari Lassiter, who's ranked 11th out of 109 cornerbacks so far, according to PFF. Derek Stingley Jr. is Derek Stingley Jr. Jalen Petrie is 3rd out of 91 safeties. Bullock hasn't been playing well at the other safety position. He's 68th out of 91, Kalen Bullock. But we know what they've got, and what makes those corners so good are the edge rushers. Daniil Hunter is 6th out of 114. Will Anderson is 4th. I mean,
7.5 sacks for Hunter. Will Anderson's got 7. I mean, it's almost like they're like, hey, just meet you at the quarterback.
Just that simple. And Sheldon Rankins is 11th out of 100 plus interior linemen. So, they've got, and then the other guy, Settle, on the other side of the house, Tim Settle, he's ranked 20th out of 125 interior defensive linemen. I mean, they
got some ballers on the defensive side of the ball.
Ballers, man.
Henry Tu'o.
Yeah, man.
And then you throw in Azeez Al-Shaair. He may like machete somebody. He may stick you with a knife or something. And
then EJ Speed, who's their best ranked according to PFF linebacker, who's 18th out of 83 linebackers. So they've just got a unit, man, top to bottom. Corners who can cover, who've got speed, who've got length, edge rushers on both sides of the ball, interior pressure coming in. I mean, the Titans, in terms of pass rush units, this is up there with anybody. I would take this unit. Them and the Broncos are the two best in the league, and I don't think there's any question about it. Some other teams may get mad about that, but it is what it is. This is a team where we need, Dan Moore to just be average, man. I know this sounds crazy, but just give up one or two. That's it. Just give up one, maybe two. JC Latham, you've got to have your game where you really come back into form.
Yeah.
You missed
Yeah.
time. You came back. You didn't look great. You've had a bye week. Like, let's say, like, this is the time where you really is make or break for the rest of the season, man. What are your thoughts on that, Cody?
Well, so I remember week 4. That was the game where we were actually kind of impressed with the offensive line with the fact that we thought we are going to give up like 10 sacks, and I think we only gave up like let me I'll take a quick little look real quick. I'll bring it up. We only gave up 2. We only gave up 2, and they were both to Daniil Hunter, of course.
Yeah. Of course.
But do you remember the score to the first game?
Did we get whooped? I don't remember, man. We've got whooped so much. I just feel like we did.
I mean, we got whooped. We got shut out. It was
That's
26
right.
to 26 to nothing.
Right.
Cam Moore was 10 of 26, 108 yards, and 1 pick. So, I mean, if you really think about it, this is really just it's a litmus test to see how much better of a coach can Mike McCoy be than Brian Callahan. Can you score some points?
And the hope is that, we see some improvement out of our players and our offense in general, too. Like Cam Ward, 10 for 26. I mean, can we get above 50, 60%, 60% at minimum this game? Are you able to take more checkdowns? Are you able to just advance the ball? That was one of the games where people were the hardest on him hunting, and not taking what was there. We need to just make sure that we have a balanced attack. I think the other side of the house is we have to be able to run the ball with some sort of consistency. And hopefully that allows us to keep the ball out of their offensive hands, which hasn't been great. But maybe it'll allow us to just keep the game close. That's really the name of the game. Just keep the game close.
Yeah, so, I mean, we didn't have Tajay Spears last time we played him. Tony Pollard was 14 carries for 64 yards, one of his better games on the year, 4.6 average. I want to see more Tajay Spears. I want to see Tajay Spears get in there. I would like him to have 14 to 15 carries. Cam Ward actually broke off a 12-yard run. He had 2 carries for 22 yards. This is the one game where he actually kind of got loose a little bit. But I mean, we no longer have Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett was playing that game. I'm just kind of looking through some of the stat lines. Calvin really won't be playing. He had 2 for 30. So, I mean, I think this is going to be a really, really – it's going to be a tough game for us. I would assume that C.J. Stroud's probably going to play, but if he does, I mean, Davis Mills played well against the Colts last week. Or the Jaguars. He led back a charge and led them to a win. And they got Nico Collins and Dalton Schultz. So Dalton Schultz, kind of looking through his stats real quick, 45 catches, 438 yards. I think he's pretty much washed, but I mean, he's got decent numbers, and they got these 2 rookies, Hutchinson and Higgins and Noel, that are really, really good. They're really shifty and can hit some explosives on you.
Yeah, that's the part where it's like, them playing against Jacksonville is pretty interesting because Davis Mills, as you mentioned, 27 for 45, 292 passing yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. That's good enough play to win a game. And their defense basically did to Trevor Lawrence what happened to Cam Moore. Trevor Lawrence was 13 for 23, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 158 yards. Like, they were playing some ball. 58 yards was their leading rusher with Travis Etienne, excuse me. Nico Collins had 136.
What will he do to us? Who's guarding him? Is this poor guy Jalen Armour Davis? I feel so bad for him.
Let's just look at this, because he was like, I was picked off waivers. I didn't even ask to be here, and y'all started
literally.
So Jalen Armour Davis is 101st out of 109 cornerbacks according to PFF. His grade. Darrell Baker Jr. is 47th, at least out of 109, but he's going to be on Xavier Hutchinson. Likely is Jalen Armour Davis, who's guarding Nico Collins. I love that he's just our shutdown corner now. They'll give up I don't know what we're doing there, man. I believe Christian Kirk will be playing this game as well. So, I mean, that was.
What do you do? We can't rush the passer.
Right now, our projected starting left outside linebacker, or left edge, however you want to project it, is Jalen Harrell. He doesn't even have a ranking on PFF, and he's played games. That's what we're dealing with. Likely Arden Key's coming back, but what's the difference?
What about Jeff? I saw Jeff put up an IG post saying he's ready to be back. He basically just said the first few games were just an appetizer. So is he? We're doing this kind of early. We don't really have an injury report, but I mean, I would love to have him play again. I mean, he did pretty well against Houston the first game. But I mean, if we can't rush the passer against C.J. Stroud or Davis Mills against Nico Collins and these young cats, it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
What are we going to do? We traded away our best edge rusher in Draymond Jones. Tavondre Sweat's 25th out of 125 interior D linemen. Sebastian Joseph Day is actually 22nd. So interior wise, we're fine. But our edges, nobody's better than 73rd, and that's Jihad Ward, who played better last week. He's played better the last few weeks. But, right now C.J. Ravenel's our right end projected. Well. I mean, Ali Gay got hurt. I mean, we're
laugh at the pain.
It's ridiculous, man. And Cedric Gray has looked fine. He's going to have to play a big part in stopping Woody Marks in the run game. And
he has 17 tackles the first game.
Yeah, I mean, he lit it up. Cody Barton's just got to play better at the end of the day. And I'll be interested to see some of the young guys from a Titans perspective continue to play. I want to see what Marcus Harris looks like at slot corner. He did a pretty fine job against a tough rotation of slot receivers or guys who play on the inside for the Chargers before the bye week. So I'll be curious to see if he can continue that and show us that, hey, losing Roger wasn't as big as a blow as you thought it was, because I can hold it down. The problem is on the outside is where I think we're going to get shredded. I mean, Swiss cheese.
I need to go look at the live for Nico Collins. I don't know if they have it up yet, but I mean, he's got 100 plus and a touchdown. I would assume that would be like a
chalk it up.
That should be about what it is. Yeah,
chalk it up. I mean, and it's odd kind of looking at the Texans. Them being 4-5 right now. They're the 11th overall team based on power rankings. Being 4-5 and being 11th overall team, that doesn't really make sense. And this is power rankings according to PFF. They're second ranked defense, 18th ranked on offense. So it's one of those where it's like, man, like, what is it? You know what I mean? Like, what is the big discrepancy? And I think a lot of it is C.J. Stroud and how well he plays. Can he win the turnover battle for his team and protect the ball from a quarterback's perspective, get the ball in the playmaker's hands, and can they keep him upright? That's one thing about the Texans. Yeah, we talk about how weak our pass rush is, but they're weak on the other side as well. They've got a few pieces. Ariante Ursary, is ranked 57th out of 76. Looks like Jared Patterson may be starting at left guard for him this week, who doesn't even have a ranking. Jake Andrews, drafted in 2023, 31st out of 37 centers. You've got Juice Scruggs, who's worked 69th out of 79 guards, and then Titus Howard, who's 49th out of 76 tackles. So they don't have any sort of resemblance of a nice pass blocking unit. If we can get pressure, we can at least keep it close. But that's about all we can do. I don't know what else,
yeah. So C.J. Stroud, 8 games, 161 completions, 242 attempts, 67% completion percentage, 1,700 yards, 11 touchdowns, 5 picks. If he has time, dude, he'll pick you apart. I mean, and the thing is that him and Nico Collins have such an awesome connection. Like watching them play together, it's pretty special to me. I think they're one of the better 1-2 duos, quarterback wide receiver duos in the league. And I think if they just had offensive line, I think CJ Stroud's numbers would be a lot better. I mean, just at least his touchdown touchdown and INTs. He's also been sacked 17 times. So their offensive line can be had. I mean, their offensive line isn't special at all. And, it's going against our defensive line, which damn sure isn't special. But, I mean, just try running past them. Just, you know what I mean? Just don't do nothing cute, man. Just be strong and just try to power through them. I mean, so Jackson Joseph Day threw the guard for the Chargers on his ass on his way to get to Justin Herbert. Like, if we got to win by force, just win by force. Doesn't have to be finesse all the time.
No, you're exactly right. And hopefully we keep running some of the stunts that we were running against the Chargers as well. Out of all the sacks we had, 4 of them were created off stunts. When we just have an edge coming crashing into the guard, looping around from the interior spot, getting to the quarterback. Like, we've got to be able to create creative ways for us to really get to the passer without blitzing too much, because C.J. Stroud's not one of those guys where you can just blitz him all day and he's going to crumble. Eventually, he's going to pick you apart, find an open guy, and we're off to the races, just considering they've got 5 legit weapons on the field at all times, it feels like. So, pretty interesting. What do you expect to see out of Cam Ward in this game? What would be a successful stat line for you?
That's so funny that you just asked me that, because I was literally just about to ask you the same thing. But, I mean, I don't even know if this really all comes down to Cam Ward. I just want the offense to be aggressive. I want them to, like, just say F it and just, go deep, just be aggressive. Go for it on 4th downs. Just try something, stop throwing these goofy screens that don't work. And hell, give Nick Holtz like a chance to be in the OC, because Bo Hardery kind of pisses me off. I don't really like him as the OC. He got a lot of puff for making Aiden O'Connell look good. I think Aiden O'Connell made Bo Hardery look good, because this is ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, they got his over under, just going back to the lines. His passing prop is 32.5. I think that will hit an over. I think they'll probably try to have him throwing at least 35 to 37 times. Yeah. And I want him. He needs as many reps as he can at reading the defense. And I want to see him run more. To be completely honest, if he can gain some yards running with the football, I want to see that. But you tell me what you think about that.
Yeah, I'm kind of, when it comes to running, if the opportunity's there, take it. If you've got 5 or 6 yards in front of you, go, slide, get to the next play for sure. And yeah, I do want to see them just cut it loose. At this point in the season, we're not playing for much. We're really, might be playing for nothing on purpose. To get this number 1 overall pick. I mean, it's just one of those things where I want to see as much growth as we can out of our players. And to me, just opportunity is what's going to get that for us. And we've got to be able to execute on 1st and 3rd downs more than anything. But to me, I know 3rd down's a big talking point. 1st downs are what's big. The big thing about 3rd down for us is we're in 3rd and 10 plus 70% of the 3rd downs that we have. If we can become more efficient, which I think running is going to be an option when we get in those play action bootleg keepers, and really incorporating those things will be a lot better. We have to incorporate play action this week. We've got to keep those edge rushers off guard. We're going to have to run some sort of screens, but let's not do all these tunnel screens. Let's get a tight end screen mixed in. Let's go to the running back screen mixed in. Tajay Spears is back. Like, let's just try to figure that out, because at this point, I want to see if we could just be competent. That's it, man. I want to see a competent offense. If we get off the field, it's because their players made more plays than ours. Not because we shot ourselves in the foot, we dropped the ball, we were off target, we were, false starts, illegal formations, which we got 1,000 of those. I don't want that to be the reason why we sputter. I would rather it be, we caught the ball, they made a good tackle, we couldn't get to 1st down marker, now it's time to punt. Like, let's look like an offense who actually has some sort of sustainability. That's really my wish for the rest of the season. Like, I want to see that in as many games as possible, and it starts after the bye week. We've had extra time to prepare as well. I'm curious to see, with extra time to prepare, what that changes with Cam Ward. Does he look like he's had extra time to prepare in the first few quarters? Typically, our game script is really good, for those first 20 or so plays that are completely scripted. But once we get out of that, I'll be curious to see how much the film comes into play, how many checks he's having to do with the line, if he understands the protections based on the looks that he's getting. Because the name of the game is, if you're playing a rookie quarterback, send a bunch of different pressures and try to figure it out. Do you expect anything to be different with us coming off a bye versus us just going week to week?
Man, I'm really hoping that we see more of Gunnar Helm. And really, Gunnar Helm, and really, I want to see J.C. Latham. I want to see him get back in the form. So, maybe, he came back. He's played like 2 or 3 games since his injury. He had like one good one and a couple bad ones. I like to see him, like, maybe if he saw some of the tape and saw how he was getting beat, then, make some necessary adjustments and like help out, like be the number 7 pick that we know you can be.
Yeah. Because it doesn't.
But we know that they're on the bye week, but Cam Ward had them boys out there on the field throwing. We have a little insider out here that he gave us a little nugget that said Cam Ward said, "No, we ain't going to the beach. We're going to the field."
You guys go home for a day or two.
Yeah.
I'll see you back here on last Wednesday. So it's pretty interesting, man, to see, because I like what you said about JC. I would love to go into this offseason feeling confident that, okay, we have an average right tackle, so be it. All pro level potential, I'll say. Left guard, center. They always say the second year after an Achilles is when you really see about a player. I'm curious if that's going to stand true for Lloyd, but at least you have a starter. We can't really cut him anyway because money. Right guard be the open spot, and then I want to say right tackle is a solid above average position. That's what I would love to be able to confidently say going into next year. And it starts with games like this. I don't want to see you whoop up on the New Orleans Saints, and have a 0 sack, 0 pressure game. Do it at least one of these games against Cleveland, Houston, Kansas City even. They'll throw some schemes at you, San Fran. Like, I want to see JC do it against one of those teams. And this is one of those big tests for him, because this is what we drafted you for. We drafted you to play left tackle. But anyways, this is what we drafted you for, to be a tackle who can shut down a team. So hopefully we can continue to push towards that. And you're right, man. This is a big game for JC. Anybody defensively that you want to see a big game out of? Who's one of your, hey, come prove it type of players on the defensive side?
Come prove it. Jalen Armour Davis, I guess. There's just not a lot of people to choose from. It's kind of got to the point now where with the defense, I just like watching the stats and just watching Cedric Gray's numbers just kind of go up. Right now, he's at 91 tackles. 91 tackles. Like we said earlier, he had 17 against Houston the first game of the year. Go get 20. I just love watching his tackle numbers just go up, dude. He's so instinctive. He's really fun to watch, to be honest with you.
He is, man. It's one of those where it's like, Cody Barton, we thought this was going to be you.
Yeah.
But you're exactly right. And I do want to see him in more pass coverage opportunities too. I want to see him get challenged. I want to see if he's going to be in the right spot. Test him as much as possible. I think pretty much from a run defense standpoint, I trust him. There's some run fits that he's got to improve, but also this is essentially his rookie season. He played a game and a half or something like that last year. So it's one of those where it's like, hey, let's see what you really look like, because you earned this spot and you're continuing to earn it. But I would love to go into the next season again, just knowing that you're that guy, and really for the rest of the season, having more and more confidence. But last thing I'll ask you, man, is from a pass catcher perspective, if you had to choose one player that you think could go for a 100-yard game, who would it be?
Oh man, I got his jersey on right now. It's Chimere DK. He could blow past him for a couple big ones to get 100 yards, like 4 catches, 101 yards, and maybe a touchdown out there. I just think Alec Iomanor would probably be the answer typically any other game. But if you're drawing Derek Stingley, it's just, we did our tier list, last pod, and we had him in the All-Pro, and the All-Pro going against a 5th-round wide receiver. I don't really like that matchup for our 5th-round wide receiver.
Not at all.
But another player that I want to mention real quick is Devontae Sweat. He's played 4 games. He's gotten 2 sacks. I love that. That's the one thing that I want him to do is to get to the quarterback, affect the quarterback, and bring down the quarterback. And in 4 games that he's played, and he's gotten 2 sacks. What more can you ask for? If me, he's on Jeffrey Simmons' page. Jeffrey Simmons had seven games and 4.5 sacks. So
Yeah.
I want that pairing to be together. I just want it has to look good.
Like why are they just fighting us from having that consistently?
I know.
Come on. I would love to have that and have Sebastian Joseph Day rotating in because he's mighty fine too in his opportunities. Like
he's looked good.
Let us see that, man. Let us see
look
that.
good.
I would love to. I would love to see that. Man, you got any other thoughts, man?
Look, I would love to beat the Texans. I would love to beat the Texans. Right now, we are projected to have the number 1 pick. And right now, I think I enjoy the thought of having the number 1 pick more than I enjoy beating the Texans. I will never root for them to lose, but I'm definitely not at the point now where I'm just like, if we lose this game, so be it. Let's get the number 1 pick. Let's hope that the Jets want Fernando Mendoza or Ty Simpson or something and come up and give us a haul, dude. We'll take Garrett Wilson and give us your 2nd pick. We would love that. So
take all of it.
I don't know. What about you? How do you view these games? Like, do you, as a fan, you don't want to watch. It's like impossible when you watch them play to when a good play happens to not cheer for it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like the light at the end of the tunnel is the number 1 pick. So as a fan, it's kind of like a weird balance game. How do you handle that?
The biggest thing I'm struggling with is not even about the number 1 pick. I mean, it is, but I personally want to see Cam Ward win games for his own psyche to have the winner mentality kind of continue to at least keep some sort of stoke to the flame, because that flame can die out over time. Now, don't get me wrong, it didn't happen in your rookie year, but these games add up. And, when you keep taking hits and you're losing and you're trying different things and you start pressing a little bit more and you look worse and people start, blaming you, which you already have. I want to see Cam Ward win some games for his own sake. I hate that he's labeled as the worst number 1 pick, based on his stats, whatever. I get it. I can't sit here and say that his stats, are anything different than what they actually are. Women lie, men lie, stats don't. But, I would love for him to chalk up some wins and really show what people who don't watch the film or really watch the Titans, because nobody cares about us, they wouldn't realize he's actually not a bad quarterback.
Dog, he's on the verge.
Yes.
It's right there. It just needs to be dialed in just a little bit.
It's like any one of these games, it could click, and then you could be like, "Oh snap!" He's that close. He's literally that close.
That's really the fun part about watching him is that the fact that he can hit these. I saw a clip where he threw against the Colts. He basically threw it over 2 linebackers to a receiver that was running 20 miles an hour, right in stride, perfect throw. And it's just if he could take that, and then you add it with just making some of these easy throws that we know that he can make. I mean, he's getting 300 yards easily. I want 300 yards out of him. I want give the guys a chance to get some yak. I mean, just hit the easy ones, Cam. I mean, just set your feet, aim towards your target, and just hit him right in the chest.
Yep. I mean, it's just that simple. And the biggest thing about hitting the easy ones is just staying on schedule. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about, is staying on schedule. Those 2 or 3 misses a game add up to 2 or 3 possessions that end up in 3rd and 10 because you missed that easy one.
Yeah.
That's just that simple.
He can hit a 5-yard pass, makes somebody miss, and that's 20 yards. Hey, those still go to your stat line, Cam.
It's just that simple. And I think he's done a better job of that the last 2 or 3 weeks than he did coming into the season. He was hunting like crazy the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season. And he finally, starting with a couple games before the Raiders, he started really taking those options. I think that Cardinals game is really, really saw, I can give it to somebody and they can break for 30 or 40. This is possible. It happened multiple times. So hopefully we can continue that and he can just keep us on schedule. I am going to move us to score predictions.
Okay.
Where are you at, man?
I mean, they got us 26-0 last game. I don't think we get shut out. I don't think we get two touchdowns. I don't think we get two touchdowns either.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm gonna take the Texans. I don't know. Our defense, to me, it's so hard when I look at the corners. I know I'm dragging this on. But look at these corners. It's like so hard for me not to think that we're like, I remember saying that we were going to allow like 42 points to the Chargers. We allowed 27. And then the game before that, we allowed, let me look real quick. We allowed 38 to the Colts. But I mean, it's just, I think the defense sometimes, like for, a half of the game, I think they look pretty decent. They just get worn out sometimes. But I think I'm gonna take the Texans. I'll say it 27-7. Nico Collins has 150 and a couple touchdowns because we can't guard him. He's too big, too fast, too strong. But if CJ Stroud doesn't play, I'll take 20-10.
Okay. I'm looking at it. Chargers game, we kept it within 7. We're 3-6 against the spread for the year. Ironically,
is that accurate?
Yeah, we're 3-6 against the spread.
What are some of our spreads, man? We've lost by 8, 14, 21, 26, 10, 18, 24. Interesting. Okay. Hey, bro, I feel like these spreads are ignorant.
I think that Denver game, we were double digits. We were projected to lose against the Cardinals, which is why we covered, and then the Chargers game. I think those are the 3 games that we covered. I think we're 8.5 against Denver. So I've got us losing, of course, 31-17. We give up 30. We score 17 points. I think we actually have a 14-point first half at home. I go to the concession stand. I feel great. First possession, bomb, Texans, boom, the route begins. That's what I think. That essentially happens every game. I mean, it just is what it is. The Patriots game happened that way too. So I'm
going to set the Cam Ward passing line at 199.5.
Okay, and I'm taking the over.
Are you?
I am taking the over, man. I mean, I get it.
I'm about to make a fat parlay with all these overs. These
I know, dude.
DK and Io Manor. Like, what is
DK and Io Manor ones are absolutely disrespectful. Like, that is absolutely 18 yards from essentially your number 1 and number 2 receivers that are playing.
It's crazy.
That is crazy. 17 and a half.
It's so disrespectful.
Who's
I mean, like
the ball?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I ain't gonna lie. You about to make me go over there right now.
I mean, make it put $1,000 on it. Like,
no,
what?
Literally. Like, that's, gosh. What if it didn't happen?
I'll take the over 2 on 199.5. I said that they would throw like 38 times, 35, 37 times, something like that. I think he reaches 200 yards.
Yeah, and I think that 4 of his last 5 games he's thrown for 200 or more. I know the last game being the one that he didn't, but the previous 4 before that were 265, 222, 259, 255. I actually think that he could do it this game. I think this is the game he does it, where he gets 250 plus, actually. I want to see a multi-touchdown game. I don't care if it's one run and one pass. I want to see it. I don't think it's this game, though.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Oh, and quick thing, because I was wrong. It's not 17.5 yards. That's the longest reception. That's why. Okay, so that's why I was kind of confused.
Okay, and I'm still taking the over.
Don't throw $1,000 on it.
I'm still taking the over on both of those. At least AO. But okay, I'm good. All right, we've said as much as we can say about this. I am hurt right now because there's just no chance. We have no chance. Like, this is just this is a 4-5 team we're playing against, but just their strengths versus our weaknesses is just so glaring. Like, even things we think maybe, creeping towards average, their strengths are just top of the league. You know, it just is what it is. We have weak wide receivers that have a great secondary. We have tackles that have shown to be so-so. They've got edges that have shown to be so I'm the man. So it just is what it is. This is what we've got, man. Cody, any closing thoughts for today?
Show up to the stadium, you know, get yourself a nice little, you know, alcohol coat, and you know, and try to be loud for the competitive parts of the game, because it won't be competitive for long, perhaps. So
the cool thing is
you know,
you always miss traffic. You can leave early.
Yeah.
Fun, man.
Yeah, I mean, you can always hit Broadway, you know, just go to Broadway and catch a game on the side.
Hey, there it is. That just is what it is. Come on down from Houston. Who cares? But thank you guys so much for spending some time with us this evening. You know, we love breaking down the Titans. No matter the state of the franchise, we want to see them get better, and this is another opportunity to do so. Cam Moore will throw for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's the clip I'm going to insert in front of this so people can cuss me out. But it is what it is. I appreciate you guys, man. Thanks for spending some time with us. This is Pressman Coverage signing off. Peace.